Hiya, hope you're doing really well. Today, I am I don't really know, I think I'm in Northamptonshire / sort of Rutland area again, I think. And we're off to find an amazing culvert. Again, another amazing culvert. And I'd like to tell you more about it when I find it. Because I've got a rough idea. But I've got a funny feeling it's not going to be as simple as just, you know, looking on the map and sort of pinpointing it from there, because it's not easily labelled. But it does straddle an abandoned railway, which again I will tell you more about. But first off, let's find it. Come on, let's go. Well, I'll be damned. Do you know what? I don't know how I found this place. I mean, I really don't know how. I've literally just come down the embankment and I was thinking, no way, is that the disused train track? Okay, well, I'm on the right side. All of a sudden I saw the stream and I was like, that cannot be the entrance, because there's obviously there's two entrances, but one of them's grated up, which is the flow coming down. So what we would be doing, which I've just found now, so wow, that has literally saved me a hell of a load of time. Wow, and it's a hell of a lot shallower than I thought it would be, but I found it, and that's the most important thing. And obviously wearing Wellingtons, which I knew. Oh my god, how the hell did I find this one? That was on pure instinct. I thought to myself, what I'll do is I'll just go via the direction that I sort of feel it's going to be in. Obviously, there are streams in that lot on Google, so you've got a rough idea, but I didn't know what side I was going to be on. I didn't know how far away I was going to be, and yet here I am. There was a lovely cool breeze coming through from that. I'm not sure if I've got my wind muff, so you might have to, if there is wind, I do apologise. Wow, okay. This is going to be a good one. So let me catch my breath and we'll go inside, okay? So welcome officially to the fineshade culvert, which was built for the London and Western Railways. So the abandoned railway is going over the top. In fact, what I'll do is, at the end of the video, I'll just sort of show you the ditch. So this was built to coincide to go underneath to carry the stream through, what culverts do, of course. And so it's Victorian in design, but there's some strangeness to it, which I want to show you, because we sort of actually started to come up to it already. So this is how dark it is if you're facing the opposite way. And then, if we illuminate this, the water is perfectly clear and it's just about okay to go onto my Wellington. Now, I've bought this torch with me because it's lightweight and it's got a good beam for what we want. We don't want to overflood this one with too much light on this video. So, hopefully it's coming out. And not only that, it's got a nice little spotlight so I can sort of point at things if they are interesting. And you'll notice that we've come straight away to a bend, and there you can see the pinprick of light coming out. So it's not the biggest culvert you're ever going to see lengthwise, but it is fascinating. Now, I've recently just had some quite extensive weather, which means that what you're looking at is very clear water. Well, it was until I obviously silted it up. But this one is what I would deem as very sketchy, because it's got a bit of a bend to it in many ways. It actually dips in the middle. You can't really sort of see that at the moment, but there's a definite dip in the middle, and to the sides you'll see that it's just not that safe, really, considering we're now getting a little bit deeper. So what I'm going to try and do is straddle the side. So like I said, this is not going to be the steadiest of culvert videos you're ever going to see with me. It's just because the water is so full. But look at that. I know you can't see it, it's a shame. It's a beautiful reflection of light. So like I said, the water is coming my way, so I'm actually walking to it. And I'm thinking, or I'm pretty sure, that there is a grate at the end of this one. So with that, oh dear, it's got a little bit silty, sorry. With that, oh my god, that's got really deep all of a sudden. Looks like it, well, is this my famous last words? I was going to say, it's actually looking like it's got a little bit shallower now. Yeah, there was just a deep bit, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, for a second there was a section of it that went quite shallow. And there's a strange experience on my feet where you're sort of dragging up the silt from this. Obviously the Victorian brickwork, there's a few spiders' webs there, I'll try and avoid them. Don't really want spiders' webs in my face today. Yeah, I think this is coming out okay so far, I reckon. Just about, anyway. Could have brought a brighter torch with me, but I think this one's doing just enough of a good job. But I'm not too worried. Oh, it's starting to get a bit deeper now. I'll tell you what, it's an amazing exercise when you go through culverts, especially when you're going against the current. Oh, there was a little ledge there. So I think what you can hear is, I'm assuming it's going to be quite blocked at the other end. I'll tell you what, if you're into ASMR, the sound of this water. Now look, if you can see that, that is, look at that. Oh. Looks like it's gonna fill out. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to talk to you about. This one is very dangerous. They've tried to reinforce this at one point, and if you notice, they've tried to reinforcing it with, that's right, you guessed it, the old railway tracks. They've put some wood in between. There's a lovely cave spider there, hello old friend. And they've placed it on these plinth blocks. Look at that. And it really does bow. Look at that, you can see it in the camera. So that's why I've got this spotter torch today, that you can see with the light that it's bending down, and my god, that is dangerous. Because look at these old rail tracks. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's not a sight that you ever really want to see when you come down into a tunnel. Although architecturally it's very nice to see. Amazing piece of history on that. Now we're getting into the thin stuff. Like, see, look. There we go. And just like that, it's just turned into a little, very rapid stream, I may add. There's our bricks that we've seen on our Victorian railway culverts. Familiar sight. Like I said, what separates this one is that the unnerving bow that is in the middle of it, that is being held up by the old train tracks. I love that piece of history. Here we go. And the noise now, as it gets louder. Wow. If you're in here, it's quite loud, it's quite deafening, but it's nothing that you wouldn't hear in any culverts. Although if you're new to it, you'd be quite unnerved. Yeah, look at that. If I clean that out right now, it's completely silted up. I don't really want to kick it too hard with my Wellingtons in case I might get a hole, but you can see there the rushing water. Wow. These old bars. It's coming through on the sides as well, but I mean, it is exactly what it is. It's a very dark culvert. I'm really glad I've done this one. So glad, in fact, I'm going to take you back. So if you're a little bit bored, you can switch off and then go to the ending. But I want to go back and yeah. So it's kind of crazy. There's an echo and it sounds like there's somebody down there. It's actually me. And again, if you're unfamiliar with that, you'd feel that's quite alien to you. But it's such a beautiful sight, such a beautiful culvert. Again, another one. So I think the best thing to do is to head back. I won't do anything fancy on this one. It's going to be too loud. Let's have some lights on. So we know that about halfway through, or about 2/3 through now, we know we're going to experience a very, very deep section, which pretty much comes just shy of my wellies. So if we're aware of that and remember it, we'll be okay when we come back. We also know that there's that infamous small section, which is what makes this culvert absolutely unique and special. In fact, in a bad way, because it is, it's not safe. You don't normally call things unique and special because of their safety features that they don't have. But this definitely has something about it. Really does. Right, so we know now, once we get into the section here that's bowed, yeah, that's right, we're hitting the deep stuff. We're going to hit it properly after we hit the bow, which I'm calling the bowed section. Look at that, that is, I've never seen anything like that before, where it's the amount of weight, especially on the topsoil, and especially the abandoned railway, which is above. Like I said, I'll show you that when we get out. That is a lot of weight to be pushed down onto a relatively small brick line culvert. It's a lot of weight, so it's understandable that they've tried, but you can see how rusted and corroded they are. Unfortunately, when this gives way, that is going to cause a hell of a lot of damage. I mean, a hell of a lot of damage when it goes, because of just how old it is. Look at that. I mean, really, the railway sleepers or the tracks aren't actually really properly, they look like they're embedded into that, but I tell you what, the amount of rust within that. Right, so just for reference, if I turn this off, that is what I'm seeing in the camera if there's no natural light. So I know that for a lot of you, you're not seeing too much, but you're hopefully seeing enough. So let's just put this into context as well with the height. So, oh crap, just tripped over a brick. There's a lot of debris. So height context, I'm just shy of 5'11", and it is about let's just say 6 foot for kindness sake. I have to be really careful now because this is the bit that's actually very, very deep, and I just literally am hugging the side here because I don't want to fall in. There is a spider's web somewhere here. I think that's what happened last time. I tried to avoid that. Oh no, there's no one there. Let's keep going. That's better. Right, okay. Hug this embankment. Looking back. Wow. The sound of that water, it's amazing how sound and light can completely play tricks on you. And the thing is, I'm looking through this and I can see that bend really clearly, but I know that you can't. And I apologise for hugging the side of the culvert, but at the moment, if I'm dead sense to it like this, oh, see, I just literally almost sink in. So look, you can't get any closer to sinking in. Fortunately, we're okay though. Well, I say fortunately, should start to get a little bit shallower again now. There we go. Right, I'm just taking my time, everybody. Oh dear, that is hugging it. The problem is all the spiders are on this side, so I've already felt one spider web touch my arm. Hopefully I'm not going to catch the spiders, because that'll be a pleasant surprise when I get back into the car. Like, oh, what's that sensation? Bloody big cave spider just starts to show its face. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's our exit. A different colour. See, look, that is what we've got problems with. Bloody big cave spider on that side. They love it down here, don't they? They absolutely love it down there, making their little nests and their webs. Waiting for them flies to come through. Whew. Right, we've made it. I don't know how, but we have. Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, jeez. Careful you tread. Almost ruined it. Right. Well, that was a nice culvert. Hopefully it's come out. I could see the light coming through, so hopefully it's gonna. I thought I brought the right torch just about, but I'll find out in the edit. So I apologise if it doesn't come out as bright as it should. That's just me sort of like learning that I wanted to try and not bring a high-powered one for the sake of sort of just excess, really. But I thought the torch did quite a good job. It did a good job for me anyway. That's the most important thing, regardless of where I film it. Can I see using that torch? And the answer was yes, so that's the most important thing. Now, the even bigger question is I need to get out. So, stay with me, and what I'll do is I will show you the main line above. So, yeah. Let's I was going to say what you're waiting for, but that's for me to ponder. Yeah, see me in a minute. Right, so the final thing I wanted to show you was the London and Western Railway, which we're sort of straddling now. We're walking up to the embankment of it. It's quite an impressive embankment, actually. I'm hoping it will plateau off, but funny enough, it's easier to spot from an aerial view. Yeah, look, there we are. Oh, I've exercised too much today. I've gone all out today. Right, so I think it's the next one up. Is it the next one up, or is it this? Well, do you know what? I don't know. We'll have a walk up here. See if this is the bank. Oh dear. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. Pretty sure. Yeah, because Pretty sure what we're looking at now is the abandoned railway. You can see the flatness, you can see the classic ditch down one side, ditch down the other, although that concertina's into a couple. So maybe at one point some of this has slipped down, and that's probably again why the addition of the culvert, which is down there, is longer, because you'll find with abandoned railway culverts is that they are normally longer than you think, because they have to straddle the line underneath, obviously diverting the water anyway, the natural stream or river depending, and then it's got to extend under the railway line, and then it's got to come out a little bit further away so that it can hopefully stop any sort of extra water flooding on to maybe moisten the ground that's below it to stop any further erosion. So it has to be longer than necessary. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully I did a good job of explaining that. But yeah, here we are on this abandoned railway. Amazing. Again, I always keep saying amazing piece of history, but really is. Oh, well, on that I will say goodbye. Love to all of you out there. Oh, I'm knackered. It's because when you're pushing that water, you obviously do your exercise as well, try and get out of the light. So yeah, leaning on a tree. Any more words of Phoenix history? Thank you so much for coming along with me. It was another culvert ticked off the list, wasn't it? Stay safe. Love to all of you out there. Because history matters, I'll see you all very soon. Remember, please spread the word of the channel if you can, if you would like. And I'll see you all very soon for another adventure. Hopefully not as knackering as this one. Take care, everybody. You ready? Whoa, kapow.